Welcome to Matucci's at Home. This week we're going to be using our Matucci's Italian sausage from Sackett Farms. We're going to be doing a spicy pasta with our sausage, fresh basil, mushroom, marinara, and onion. First step, we're going to take our pan, get it nice and hot, and add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the bottom of it. Get it nice and coated. Had my pan on for a minute, so it's nice and hot already. And there we're going to take our beautiful Matucci's Italian sausage, break it up a little bit into our pan. Just makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to go back with your spoon or tongs or whatever you happen to be using to break it up. And again, cook this until it gets a nice golden crispy brown to it. It's going to take about 4 to 5 minutes probably. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes. Getting nice and golden brown, nice and crispy. You can see all the love in the bottom of the pan. At this point, we're going to turn the heat down to a medium high, and we're going to set the sausage to the side in another container and start our sauce. All right, I'm going to add a tiny bit more oil, probably about a teaspoon, just to help with the sauteing. And at this point, I'm going to add our onions. And onions are obviously optional. If you don't want any onions, you don't have to have it. You could also use other things like bell peppers. It's always a good one. Get that started. I'm going to add mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I'm going to saute this for about, I'd say 2, maybe 3 minutes. Start to tender it, get all that flavor off the bottom. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of sea salt at this point. It's going to help pull some of that moisture out of the onion and the mushrooms. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Your onions and mushrooms are starting to get tender. I actually added a tiny bit more oil to it. It all varies on how much moisture is actually releasing, how fast. And if you want to, you don't want the oil, you could just do a little bit of water to help soften these up and get them cooking. At this point, I'm going to add garlic, chili flake. So I like mine a little extra spicy. Italian sausage does have a little heat to it, but depending on your preference, I like mine extra hot. So get that in there. Let that go for about 30 seconds. Some fresh cracked black pepper now. And we do a little bit more sea salt. Give about 20-30 seconds. And we're going to add back in our Italian sausage. The smell smells so good. Coming together beautifully. Now at this point too, you want to make sure you get a pot of boiling water on, and whatever pasta your preference is, get that cooked off. Today we're doing house-made Matucci's Rigatoni. I've already got it ready to go. Now I'm going to add marinara. You can either pick up at Matucci's or at Albertsons, any other kind of marinara. Add that one, get a second one in there. And I'll also give ratios on everything that I'm doing, so everybody knows. Get this nice and mixed up. And I'll heat it for about 2, maybe 3 minutes. And you see in the bottom, all of that love is coming up. That's gonna give us a nice richness to our sauce. That mixed up, almost there. All right, at this point, I'm gonna add some fresh basil. So give a nice lightness to the richness. Nice fresh. And then we're gonna garnish with some more basil as well. So we'll let that sit for about a minute and we'll come back to it. All right, it's been about a minute and a half. Sauce is getting nice and hot, but not boiling. At this point, I'm going to add in some butter. just to help with that richness, and some fresh pecorino. I like lots of cheese, so I'm gonna do some extra. It all depends on your palate, your flavor, how you like it. This is how I like it, and it's gonna be delicious. Get that all incorporated in very nicely, and then we're gonna add our pasta, and then we'll plate and ready for lunch, dinner, breakfast, midnight snack, however you wanna do this. All right, and cheese and butter is nice and melted and incorporated into our sauce. At this point, we're gonna add our pasta. Get it nice and tossed in. If your pan's big enough and you feel like you're capable, and just toss it like I am. If not, use a spoon, a spatula, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Oh, it's looking delicious. It smells so good. You can see, not too heavy on the sauce, nice coated on the pasta, where it's not caked. So you want to taste that pasta, especially when you're making it yourself or you're buying good pasta. All right, enjoy everybody.